Hello students. The next topic is surface integrals of scalar function. Now if for this there are three formulae. First of all, if the smooth surfaces defined parametrically as, if the surface is defined as R of uv is equal to f of uvi plus g of uvj plus h of uvk, where uv belongs to R, and g of xyz be a continuous function, if g is continuous function on S, the surface integral of g over S is given by double integration of g d sigma, that is double integration over R, g of fgh into mod of ru cross rv bar du dv. Let us solve example of by this definition. Now what is given here? This R is given, surface S is defined by function R, and function G is what? Continuous. This function G will be continuous on R. Then this is the formula for calculating surface area. So let us take this example. Integrate g of xyz is equal to x square over the cone z is equal to square root of x square plus y square. Now this function G is continuous on this surface. This surface parametrically can be represented as R of r theta is r cos theta I plus r sin theta j plus rk, where r is between 0 to 1 and theta is between 0 to 2 pi. How we can write it? X square plus y square means here what is x here? Here x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and z is r. Okay, so that equation x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, z is equal to r, that will satisfy this equation. Therefore we can write this equation parametrically in this form. Okay, and this is a continuous over this, as it is a polynomial it is continuous. Okay, so we can use this definition. So for that what we required? Mod of ru cross rv. So here in place of uv we have written functions in the form of r and theta. So the respective changes will be there. So let us calculate r cross means its partial derivative with respect to r cross its partial derivative with respect to theta. So how we calculate cross product? We have seen cross product rr cross r theta is mod of ijk. Rr means that will be what we write, its partial derivative with respect to r, that is cos theta, its partial derivative with respect to r is sin theta, and its with respect to r is 1. So we have written here cos theta sin theta 1, and with respect to theta partial derivatives will be minus r sin theta r cos theta 0. So its determinant, so here we solve the determinant. Okay, I 0 minus r cos theta minus j 0 minus minus plus r sin theta plus k as it is here r cos square theta plus r sin square theta. So here minus r cos theta minus r sin theta j, we can take r common, cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, so it is rk bar. And what we required in formula, we require its modulus. So its modulus will be square root of r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta plus r square. So we can take r square common, so that will be in bracket 1. So we get r square plus r square, that is 2r square. Okay, so we get here, what we get here, square root of 2r square. So that will be finally square root of 2 into r. Now let us use the formula. So it is what? Double integral g of xyz d sigma. So that is, and here g of function, this value du dv. So what is our g here? So double integration, our g is x square d sigma over surfaces. That is double integral of, now what is x? Value of x is r cos theta. So because we have calculated by parameterization, so x is r cos theta, x square means r square cos square theta. Okay, and d sigma is this is the g. Okay, then this is g, then mod of this into du dv. So we calculate this value as what? We calculate this value as square root of 2r and then dr d theta. Limits of r 0 to 1 and limits of theta 0 to 2 pi. Now let us solve it. we can take root 2 common. Okay, 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 1, it is r cube cos square theta dr d theta. Now if we take its integration with respect to r, that will be r raised to 4 upon 4. After applying limit we get 1 upon 4, and integration 0 to 2 pi cos square theta d theta. Okay, now here we will use this formula. What is cos square theta? 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2. Because we cannot find out the integration of cos square theta directly, so we will use this formula. So here root 2 upon 4 as it is. So integration of this means integration of this, that will be theta upon 2 plus its integration cos 2 theta upon 2, its integration will be sin 2 theta upon 2. 2 into 2 will be 4 with limits 0 to 2 pi. Okay, and after applying limits, if we apply 2 pi, so sin 4 pi, that will be 0 here, and here will be root 2 into 2 pi upon 8. What will be that? So after applying the upper limit, we get, so first of all, this root 2 upon 4 as it is, in bracket, upper limit 2 pi upon 2, that is pi plus theta, sorry, pi plus 0, because sin 4 pi, that is 0, minus then 0, 0. Okay, so what we get? We will get pi into root 2 upon 4. So next definition. Now if for a surface, now these definitions are depend on how the surface is defined. Okay, now second, for a surface is given implicitly by, if the surface is given as f of xyz is equal to c, where f is a continuously differentiable function. This is a continuously differentiable function with S lying above its closed and bounded shadow region R in the coordinate plane beneath it, where S lying in between, above its closed and bounded shadow region in the coordinate plane, means coordinate plane will be beneath that region R. Then the surface integral of continuous function g over S is given by double integration g d sigma over S is equal to double integration over region R g of xyz mod of del f upon mod of del f dot p bar into dA, where what is this p bar? Where p bar is a unit vector normal to R. Okay, p bar is unit vector normal to region R, and f dot p bar, this should not be equal to 0. Now let us solve example of this type. Here what must be there? Here this function, this given function must be continuously differentiable. Okay, and we will use this formula. Remember this formula. We calculate del f dot p bar, its modulus of both, and then we integrate it. So let us solve example. Integrate g of xyz is equal to xyz over the surface of the cube, cut from the first octant by the planes x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, z is equal to 1. What we have to integrate? This function xyz over what? Which surface? Cube cut from octant. So its graph will be like x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. This is x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, z is equal to 1. So it is what? Cut cube. So at z is equal to 1, this is plane. At y is equal to 1, this is plane. At z is equal to 1 means this will be this plane. Okay, this side A, side B, side C. This is a complete cube. Okay, you can see here, this is what? This is below of this cube there is a xy plane. Okay, so we need to use second formula here. So how we calculate it? Now in solution we integrate this xyz first of all, and this xyz is what? Continuously differentiable. Now this we integrate this over each of the 6 sides and add the result. We integrate at, now how many sides of this cube are there? There are total 6 sides. Okay, so we integrate at all these sides. But what happens? The value of xyz is 0 on the side that lies in the coordinate plane Therefore, the integral over the surface of the cube reduces to this. Means what? Consider this plane of this zy, means here for this plane, for for this side, what is the value of x? For this side x is 0. X is 0 means xyz will be 0. For this side z is 0 means xyz will be 0, and for this side y is 0 means xyz will be 0. Therefore, we need to integrate only at three sides. So integration of xyz dr over cube surface, it reduces to what? Double integration of xyz dr over first side A, then side B, side C. Okay. So let us calculate one by one. Now first of all, what is at side A? What happened? What is value of z? Z is equal to 1. How it is given? At this side, look here, at this side, what is z? Z is equal to 1. So this function g of xy will reduce to g of xy. Z is 1 means it will be x into y. So here side A is the surface. F of at side, what will be the function? Z is equal to 1. And what will be the limits of x and y? X and y both varies from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Okay. For this, P is equal to k bar. Del F will be k bar. Why k bar? This is the function. Z is equal to 1. Z is equal to 1 from the means only Z. Only Z is there. X, y into x. There is no x, no y, only Z. So del F will be k bar. From this, mod of del F will be 1, coefficient of k bar, that is 1. Mod of del F dot p bar. So this is del F, this is p. So their dot product will be 1 and their modulus will be 1. Therefore, dr will be mod of del F, means we are calculating this, mod of del F upon mod of del F dot p bar. Okay, and then we will use this formula. So mod of del F upon del F dot p bar dA is equal to, what is mod of del F? That is 1 upon mod of del F dot p, that is 1, and dA is dx dy. So finally, and what is xyz? That z is 1, it becomes xy. Therefore, double integration xyz dr at side A, that will be double integration xy as it is, z is 1, dr is dx dy. That is, and limits of x and y are 0 to 1, 0 to 1. So first let us integrate with respect to x and then with respect to y. After applying limits and after integrating and applying limits, we get the answer as 1 by 4. So similar to this, we will find out the double integrals at side B and side C. So all are 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. And after adding these three integrals, what we get? We get the surface integral at the given, we get the surface area at the given surface. Okay, and that answer is 3 upon 4. Third definition is, for a surface is given explicitly as the graph of, if the surface is given as a graph of what? Graph of which function? Z is equal to f of xy, where f is a continuously differentiable function over region R in the xy plane. The surface integral of the continuous function g over s is given by the double integral over R. Double integral of g of d sigma, double integral is same as we calculated by double integral g of xy f of u is square root of fx square fy square plus 1 dx dy. What is given? Graph is given, z is equal to f of xy. Graph of this function is given if surface is S, where this function f is continuously differentiable over given region and in the xy plane. Okay, the surface, then the surface integral of the continuous function g. G is a continuous function over S is given by this formula. Let us solve example of it. Evaluate double integration of square root of x 1 plus 2z d sigma on the portion of the cylinder. We have to evaluate it, means this is G. Okay, this G is given and portion is portion of the cylinder. Z is equal to y square upon 2 over the triangular region R, which is triangular region x greater equal 0. It is denoted like this: x is greater equal 0, y is greater equal 0, x plus y less equal 1 in the xy plane. Now first of all, this is the given function G. So the function G on the surface S is given by G of x y z is equal to this function square root of x in bracket 1 plus 2z is equal to, this is what, root x into root of 1 plus 2z. 2z means what? 2z is y square. And what is function? Z is equal to f of xy. Z is equal to f of xy is equal to y square upon 2. Okay, so here Z is equal to f of xy, that is y square upon 2. So first we will calculate by definition, by formula, we will calculate this value, square root of fx square plus fy square plus 1. So dr, we can say it as dr. So what will be dr? Dr will be square root of fx square plus fy square plus 1 dx dy. We are saying it as a dr, and then we will take this remaining value. So dr, that is square root of fx square plus fy square plus 1 dx dy, which is equal to square root of. So from this what will be fx? Its partial derivative with respect to x will be 0 because it is y square by 2. No term of x is there, so it is 0. Fy square, its partial derivative with respect to y will be 2y upon 2, that is y, and its square will be y square. This plus 1 as it is dx dy. Okay. Now let us use the formula. Double integration G d sigma is double integration. What is formula? Our formula is here this value we just calculated and G of xy f of uv. So that is what? Square root of x into 1 plus y square. How? Square, this is given G, square root of x 1 plus 2z. 2z means y square. So it is square root of x in bracket 1 plus y square. Okay. So this is double integration over R, square root of x, square root of 1 plus y square. This value we just calculated, 1 plus y square dx dy. So now let us solve it. Double integration this root x, multiplication of root, that will be 1 plus y square. Let us first integrate with respect to y, then with respect to x. Now limits of y are 0 to 1 minus x, limits of x are 0 to 1. How this limit we calculated? Limit of y. So first of all, so it is given here, area region is x plus y less equal 1. So y will be less equal 1 minus x. So y will change from 0 to 1 minus x, and x is changing from 0 to 1 here. Okay. If y is 0, x will be less equal 1, x and x is greater equal 0, means x greater equal 0, and here x plus y less equal 1. Means lower limit is 0, upper limit is, when y is 0, upper limit is 1 here. So we apply that limit. So first let us integrate with respect to y, and after substituting this limit we get this value, and after that simplify it, multiply by root x, simplify it, integrate with respect to x, and then after applying limit you will get this answer. Okay, take it as a homework, solve this step by step. Now next there is a definition of, now what is piecewise smooth curve or piecewise smooth surface? So a surface S, any surface S is said to be piecewise smooth if it can be partitioned into a finite number of non-overlapping smooth patches. If any surface can be partitioned into a what? finite number of that non-overlapping smooth patches, then that surface is said to be a piecewise smooth surface. Next is surface integrals of vector fields. First definition of flux. Now what is flux? Suppose that now here we are considering vector field. Suppose F is a continuous vector field. F is a continuous vector field defined over an oriented surfaces. N is a unit normal field on S. N is unit normal on the surface S. Then the integral of F dot N, okay, double integral of, then the integral of F dot N over S is called the flux of F across S in the positive direction. That is the flux, what we call flux means it is a three-dimensional vector field F across an oriented surface S in the direction of N. We calculate it as flux, we calculate flux by double integration F dot N ds over S, where F is a continuous vector field, N is a unit normal to the surface S, and S is oriented surface. So this double integral gives the value of flux. Okay, let's stop here. Thank you.